Hello and welcome to MumbleCast, the oddly structured, poorly researched podcast extravaganza. My name is Liam and as always I'm here with my co-host Kayla.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. On my notes here, first thing I've written is hello, as I was going to forget to say hello. Yeah. I know that I do notes, this is the first time I've done notes, and even my notes are kind of illegible, but still. How's your week been?
It's been alright.
That's the second thing I've put in there.
How's your week been? It's been alright.
Actually, I put how are you? But yeah.
Yeah.
You done much?
No.
I've not done much this week either. Basic kind of work week.
Yeah,
more
just
than anything else.
Packing, working. That's it.
Yeah. And you had a good time last weekend with your friends that came into town. Did we mention them? I can't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah. Oh, we went to an escape room.
We did. We got out. We escaped.
Yeah, we escaped. So we had this escape room in Houston, and we went for one of our friends' birthdays, and there was 8 of us that went into a room called The Heist.
Yeah.
And we completed it with like 4 minutes to spare.
So
which I don't know if it's
in
good
that
or
first
not.
room in a really long time.
Yeah. Because we found like part of clues, and then we were just like, we spent too long trying to think that those clues were the only clues. Mm-hmm. But it was good. You're in Houston, try it out, guys. I like that one.
Yeah. We'll do more.
Yeah, we'll do
I
more.
love escape rooms.
And what else happened? Well, this week we're going snowboarding again, which is fun. And we're leaving Saturday morning, which will be good. And also this week we've got the end of the Open.
Yeah.
So we've got the week 5, the end. We're not mentioned it at all in the podcast this month, year. So we're both participating in a row, and we're not signing online because held to CrossFit.
Yeah.
Kidding, love CrossFit. How have you done this year, do you feel?
I mean, I got bar muscle up, so I'm happy with it.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah. I could not do anything else. I could skip Friday and I'd be happy.
Would you say that
not a
you've
lie,
progressed, even taking away bar muscle ups, you got better than last year?
No.
No? You don't feel like you're fitter at all or stronger?
Better than last year, maybe, because last year I was in Japan and I wasn't pushing myself.
Oh, okay. Well, the year before that? Yeah, surely you're better than 2 years ago. Yeah. Well, what did you even do 16.2 last year? Like 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah. I did it at Arno.
Oh, no, that would have been 3 years ago.
Wow. 2?
No, 16.2.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, because 16.2 was the one that was repeated.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we did that that was fun. We got that last week, this Friday, which would be good. And we don't know what's going to come up. Yeah. All right, and that's about it. So this week, we're going to talk briefly about something that we also did last week. And then we're going to talk about its effects on the world.
Yes.
The world.
The world.
The world. All right, so what is that?
Have we said let's get ready to mumble?
No, we're going to talk about Captain Marvel.
Okay. We're going to talk about Captain Marvel.
We should say let's get ready to Marvel. We should definitely do that on our Endgame review podcast.
We will.
Okay, cool. Yes, we're going to talk about Captain Marvel because we finally got to go see it last week. All right, in that case,
let's get ready to mumble. I didn't know if you were going to say Marvel or Mumble.
I was so close. I was like, oh, is she going to say it? I don't know. I don't want to have to retake that one. So it's been out for 3 weeks now?
March 8th.
Yes, this is the 3rd week coming out now. And I think it hit quite a lot on its first. I know the first day it had 66 million.
Oh, wow.
On the first day of release. So I don't know the actual box office to date, but I know it definitely won the last 2 weeks quite convincingly.
Has it been the highest one yet?
No, I still think that's
Black Panther.
I still think it's Well, I don't know. Black Panther did win the first weekend release. I know it definitely won. I think Avengers might have beat it on the first weekend release, but it definitely won overall last. Did it win overall last year? It probably did. I can't quite remember in total. Did Black Panther beat? I don't think it beat Avengers.
I don't remember if
did
it did or not.
I don't think it did. But so far, domestically, that's in the US, it's grossed over 280 million, so averaging 130 per week, which is pretty solid. That's about the same as Black Panther, to be honest.
Yeah.
From what I recall, I can't quite remember if I'm honest, but yeah, it's pretty solid. And Black Panther had 700 million domestically, so that's just in the US.
Damn.
And that beat Infinity War, by 20 grand. Anyway, that's box office. So that happened. General reviews are pretty good, not great. I feel like the overall consensus of like the nation was. Yeah. But we can maybe get into that a little bit. But first of all, what happened? What was the story? What was the plot?
Oh, from Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
So
give me a 2-minute synopsis.
Captain Marvel's name is Carol Danvers.
Okay, yeah, you're correct. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, let's go in order, but you know what? Just jump into it.
No.
The synopsis is going over the whole thing.
Yeah.
So,
She basically, we learned her whole story. So she used to be a pilot, like in the military, something like that.
Yep.
Air Force, some kind of pilot, and became friends. Well, her mentor was this woman who wanted to create this core, and so like their like last mission was to like help. The woman knew that the bad guys were going to come get her, so she was trying to destroy it, and then gave Carol Danvers these like coordinates or whatever. And then there was this big explosion, and then she wakes up and doesn't remember anything like 6 years later, and is living with the Kree on a different planet. What planet is that?
It is the Korean planet, which I can't remember.
Okay. The
Let's
Korean
just call
planet.
it Crayola. It's the Crayon's Crayola.
And
Can't
then,
remember.
so she wakes up there and she's like training and trying to like control her like emotions or whatever to use her powers. And they go on this mission and she ends up escaping because the mission goes like rogue, and she escapes to Earth where she tries to kill these people that she thought were bad guys. She ends up becoming friends with the bad guys because they're the good guys. And really the bad guys were her old friends. And then she learns out who she really was and saves the day and becomes Captain Marvel. Nick Fury came into play too.
I mean, yeah, that's as in if I was explaining it to my mom and dad, that was probably how deep I would go. So that's pretty solid.
And there was a cat that
There was a cat.
like
Remember the cat's
had
name?
tentacles that like ate shit.
It did have each. What was the cat's name in the movie? Do you remember?
What was he called?
Yeah.
Like a fluffer?
No, what was his name?
I don't remember.
I think it was Goose.
Goose, yes.
But in the real comic book, it was named after Chewie, after Chewbacca. But they don't have rights to it. Even though Disney does have rights to Star Wars.
Yeah.
But they decided to go with Goose instead to like Top Gun, I think, apparently. Yeah, what was it called? Like a Fruggle?
Something like that.
That's probably some of the biggest humor in the movie.
Yeah.
That and some of the like transaction of the scrolls. But yeah, so what Kayla said was pretty much this plot line. Introducing, in fact, let's talk about how we thought of the movie and how the plot itself, if we actually enjoyed the storyline.
I loved
and then
it.
we'll get into it. Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you love
I
about
thought
it?
she was a badass and I want to be her friend. Actually, I just want to be her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because her friend's daughter ends up becoming a superhero.
Really?
She has a stint as Captain Marvel, and she also becomes something else begins with S at some point. But anyway, what did you like about it?
Girl power.
Girl power. Yeah. Anything else? Just girl power. It was
funny. Like I think it was one of the funniest ones since Guardians of the Galaxy.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I would say it was definitely, it had humorous points for sure. Whether it was the funniest, I quite liked Ragnarok. That was funny.
Oh yeah, Ragnarok.
To be fair,
too.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a solid movie. It was definitely better than the worst Marvel movies. It wasn't as good as the best ones.
Yeah.
You know, so it's sitting right above Ant-Man, I would say. You know, probably around the same position as Black Panther.
Yeah.
In my rankings.
I would agree with that.
There wasn't as much. I didn't feel like there was any ownership of this one. Like, you know how Ragnarok has got a real feeling of the director. What's his fucking name?
I have no idea.
The guy who directed Ragnarok has got a real. It feels like a separate movie within the movie, like the broad universe itself.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like this one was a little bit just like paint by numbers, a little bit.
It was very filler to introduce her before this next movie.
And there wasn't as much like ownership of it. I think it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, that seems like it's got a style about it. 1 and 2, you know, by James Gunn. James Gunn? Does that ring a bell?
No idea who these directors are.
Okay, so yeah, he did 1 and 2, and they've got they feel like their own individual movies within the Marvel movies. And so does Thor. With this one, I was hoping it'd maybe have a little bit more of its individuality.
Yeah.
But you're right, it's a bit of a filler. Nobody knows it, and the directors, although good, maybe didn't have enough freedom to put a stamp on it, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. It was good. I liked it. It started off not as a superhero. Oh my god, my brain is fried today. What's it called when Origin? It didn't start off as a superhero.
Like
It
origin
did,
story.
and it didn't. You know, because
Yeah.
it started halfway through, and then it gave you flashbacks to introduce it, which is a better way of doing it.
Yeah.
However, it still ended up being an origin story to some degree. But it needed to be.
It needed to be because we needed to know who she was before April.
Yeah. And I think they pushed her arc really quick because she went from I'm dedicated to the Kree, even though they suggested she was an outlier, but she wasn't really. She was dedicated to the Kree to being
completely
against them, which super quick. And maybe she was more against Yonrog, which was the Jude Law's character.
Okay.
Was it Yonrog? I think that's the name of him.
I don't remember.
Where does Yonrog come from? I feel like that's a name. I'm sure that's it. Anyways, I feel like that her arc was super quick and probably didn't have to be Yonrog didn't have to be that quick.
Okay.
But I guess they had to do it for the movie's purpose, you know?
Yeah, I had a lot of questions when I left, but yes.
Like I didn't get the feeling from the flashbacks that she was a really go-getting, aggressive sort of I'm going to stand up for what's right type girl. You know, although they had the moments when she was a wee kid, which was it was definitely playing into a certain populace.
Yes, it was.
I would say. But either which way, it was, regardless if the girl had hair or not, or was a girl or a boy, it was a good thing and good image to see within the movies, right? But I didn't get the feeling that she was really a go-getter, you know.
After that clip, I did.
Yeah, but that was the turning point at the end of the movie. Before that, they suggested also she was some sort of rogue, character, which I didn't get as much of. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I would say it's a good, solid movie. What do you think of the other characters? So let's go through them. What do you think of the Kree characters? So her initial team.
I didn't like them from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't like them as people, or just didn't like anything about that sort of part of it?
Them as people.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were just kind of stuck up. And I was really confused because I thought the crew were bad, then I thought they were good, then I thought they were bad, then I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Which is maybe a good thing.
Turns out they're bad.
It's maybe a good thing, you know? And so we know that one of them ends up as part of Ronan's crew, the one that we see in Guardians of the Galaxy. Can't quite recall his name. Demon Honzu or something. Anyway, and there was other ones in the crew which didn't really play much of an effect. There was that girl who knew about her thing from before, but I didn't like Jude Law's character. I'm not a big fan of Jude Law full stop.
Okay.
Like I don't like his charisma or whatever he brings to it, and I don't think he makes a very good superhero villain. But I could say that about quite a few villains in the Marvel universe, if I'm honest. They're a bit when it comes to some of the choices.
Which ones?
Well, like the guy from Civil War, Nemo. You know the guy who ended up just being the guy from oh my god, I'm so fried. What were the chords called? Remember the chord? You know the big city in Eastern Europe that was picked up and dropped. What was that called?
Sokovia.
So the Sokovia cards. His family died in Sokovia, and Civil War was him putting them against each other.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a villain, you know, and the Mandarin from Iron Man was a bit.
Okay, you're right.
Even like the elves from Dark World were a bit. I know these are all the movies, but even so. But I did like the Scree. The Skrull. Sorry.
I like them a lot.
Yeah, the Skrull were cool. I think the shape-shifting visual was actually pretty gnarly. And
I never could tell who was who. Actually, there was one point I looked at Drake and I was like, well, this is when I thought they were bad. I was like, he's bad.
Yeah.
But then he was good. But
yeah, what's the thing? Because I think they played that really. I really had no idea they were going to turn good. Like in the comic books, some of them are good, some of them are bad, so it's hard to tell. And I knew there was going to be a flip some way, but I thought it would be the Skrulls and the Kree were both going to be bad, rather than it be them were good. So I like that twist to it.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
And Ben Mendelsohn, the guy who played the main Skrull, I liked his character. I liked how he kept his Australian voice and just made it very sort of, I'm a lad. And I really liked that scene where they were on the Quinjet, like the early stage Quinjet, and he was like, can you turn into a filing cabinet? And he was like, why would I turn into a filing cabinet? It's really dry, but very humorous, and I like that quite a lot. Samuel L. Jackson, interesting. Him and Coulson, the introduction of them, do you think? Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was... I felt like Samuel went from not knowing anything to being very confident and knowing everything really quickly. Like, from being, oh shit, there's space people, or to, yeah, of course there's space people, in a real flip of a switch.
Yeah, he got really okay with it really fast.
Yeah. And same with Coulson, I thought, like, a little bit. So this is essentially 15 years prior to, no, less than that, about 10 years prior to Avengers and Iron Man and stuff. So I guess that's enough time to get themselves sorted out, but yeah, it is what it is. The de-aging effect looked great. I think,
that was really cool.
On Samuel, and less so on Coulson. He looked a bit plastic, but...
He kind of always looks a little bit plastic.
What did you... Okay, actually, anything else about the movie itself rather than the actual effects of it into the universe?
No, it was a good movie.
I enjoyed it. I had a laugh.
Yeah.
I'm glad we went to watch it. It wasn't too long, so it was the right amount of time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good job. And I don't know how they're going to do a sequel for Captain Marvel specifically, but I think it has to be off Earth. You'd think, right?
Yeah.
It'd have to be somewhere
defeating
in space.
The Kree.
But I guess we'll maybe see what happens. Like, they could do it within the timeline between now and Avengers, potentially. Mm-hmm. Not that means anything unless they introduce someone or something.
Or it could mean nothing at all because of the time stone.
Yes, we never know. We shall see. All right. How... The effects of the greater universe from this. How do you think it... So, what did we get in here that changes or gives us an idea about the overall universe a bit better or differently? Do you know?
The Tesseract.
That's true. So what happened with that?
It was introduced. They got it. And that's what, like, the core that Lawson was trying to keep. Mm-hmm.
So Dr. Wendy Lawson was the doctor that had the Tesseract, you're saying? And she was the one who was creating what, sorry?
I thought she created the Tesseract.
No, she didn't create the Tesseract, but she found... Because the Tesseract was used in, like, Captain America. Do you think that's going to be a joke, by the way, in Endgame? That they're both called Captain. They're both captains. Yeah. I bet you someone plays a joke off that.
Yeah.
100%. My money's down. Guys, anybody listening, I bet you all $100 each if they don't make a joke about that. It's only $200, it's fine. Yes, the Tesseract. So she has given us a timeline for the Tesseract. Mm-hmm. And she's used that to create what they were calling hyperspeed or super, was it light speed engine?
Yeah.
Light speed engine, right?
Oh, I see. Light speed engine.
So basically to allow, well, the Kree sold it as the Skrulls will try to find it to transport themselves around the universe faster. And she was creating that. And we found out that's how Captain Marvel got her powers, because that Captain Marvel ended up shooting that, exploding, and all that Tesseract power going into her, essentially. Which I still don't quite fully get that, but hey ho.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You don't ask questions.
No, you don't have to ask questions, exactly. So that's given her powers. The Kree locked those powers off, and then she ended up opening them up when she got rid of a wee neck electric thing. So how powerful do you think she is?
The most powerful in the universe. She's going to win the day.
I think she's the most powerful in the universe.
I don't know how she's going to beat Thanos with all of the stones. Mm-hmm. But second to him with the stones, yeah.
See, after watching the movie, I don't think she is. Now, there was nothing in that movie that suggests she's any more powerful than Thor. Or any more powerful than the Hulk, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the Hulk has stopped those big, the Chitauri, big snaky things, you know, with one punch type thing. Mm-hmm. So, he's essentially, so far, same strength. Yes, she can fly and shoot things, but so can Thor. So, it'd be interesting to see who actually is more powerful.
Yeah.
And considering she's powered by the stone, if they kill the stone, like some people think they might try to destroy all the stones, does she lose her powers? Or does she maintain them? Why would she maintain them if they come from the stone? So, that's a little bit interesting, I thought. And is she more powerful than Doctor Strange when he's in control of the Time Stone?
Maybe she, because of her power, because it comes from the stone, maybe she's the one who can destroy the stones.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. That'd be interesting. Mm-hmm. So, at the end, we didn't mention this, which we probably should, at the end of the movie, what was the end credit scene, the main one?
Where they're all, so in the end of Infinity War, they call Captain Marvel, Nick Fury does before he disappears, and then...
He calls them on what?
The little pager.
Yeah, 95 pager.
But I guess they found it, and then they continue to hook it up to a battery, and it's always calling, sending out the signal, and finally it goes dead, and they're like, Black Widow's like, well, we got to reboot it. Like, do whatever you can to get power back to it. And they turn around and she's standing there.
And do you remember what she looks like and what she says?
I don't remember what she looks like.
So she's a little bit disheveled. She's still got her uniform on, and she's a little bit covered in mud, and hair's a bit fluffy. And she says, "Where's Nick Fury?"
Yeah.
And that's when it cuts out.
Where's Nick Fury?
And we've got Black Widow, you've got Captain America, you've got Bruce Banner, and...
You got the main ones, yeah?
And
Iron Man was
War
there.
Machine. Was Tony there?
I think so.
I don't know if Tony... No, Tony's in space, silly.
I thought he was in...
No, he's not there.
He wasn't in that end credit scene?
No, because he's going to be in something we talk about later. But he wasn't in that end credit scene.
Okay.
But Bruce Banner was, and... War Machine, help me. I'm going brain mush today.
Rhodey.
That's the one. Rhodey. Nice. Good.
James Rhodey.
James Rhodey, yes. So they're all there.
Yes.
So that's the end credit scene. So we know she comes back to Earth to help. We don't know where she's been. There's no indication of that. We'll probably hear about that. I don't think there's much... I think the Skrulls are going to come back in future movies. I think the Kree are going to come back in future movies. I don't know if there's anything else in this that's going to really affect the overarching plot of the movie, you know? Unless you can think of anything. I don't know who would come back or who would play a part. Like, we might see... What was her friend's name again? Other we might see her or her daughter, because like, essentially her daughter will be mid-20s.
Yeah.
You know, so she could make an appearance, if not in this one, the next Captain Marvel movie, especially. But alright, so yeah, good movie.
Yeah.
Has not affected and not changed the game plan, I don't think, too much. And it wasn't as game-changing as I thought it might be. I was worried it would be.
No, but we just needed it to introduce her. That was really all it was there for.
Do you think it had as big an effect as Wonder Woman did in the whole sort of powerful woman thing? Or do you think it was less so because of Wonder Woman? Or do you think it just didn't have the same...
I think it was probably less so because of Wonder Woman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I would agree. But I think, as you said, it was still quite impactful for little girls.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. All right, I'm way too far away from this. It's going to be quiet. Damn it. So, at the same time, this week or last week, a new trailer came out for Endgame. Mm-hmm. Did you see it?
Is it the one we texted about?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Yes. So it's a new trailer that came out. It's about a 2.5 minute trailer. So there's probably going to be one more trailer I would have thought before the movie actually comes out.
I don't know, we only have a month.
Yeah, I think in 2 weeks' time will probably be one last trailer showing a little bit more. Interestingly enough, apparently there's only between 8 and 10 minutes of movie time footage that has been given for trailers. So everything we're seeing, that's why a lot of the images in this one were the same images as the last one, because they have limited amount of information they can show. But a few things that were shown in this one, which we haven't previously got, is we see that Iron Man, Tony Stark and Nebula have made it back to Earth. Mm-hmm. We can see that there is going to be a time jump, a significant time jump, because we see both Captain America with and without beards. We see, I know that doesn't mean anything if they're shaved, but even so, we see Black Widow with long hair and short hair and different coloured hair. We see, where else did we see time-wise? I can't think off the top of my head.
I don't remember these.
It's definitely going to be time for Tony to come back, so there's got to be some sort of time jump there as well. A lot of it's clips from old movies. So they introduce like the Iron Man, they go back to Thor, they go back to Captain America parts. So we've seen like older movies, and they're introduced a bit more. We see a little bit more of Clint Barnes back with his new haircut, and there was a clip of him with his family, showing his daughter how to shoot an arrow with normal hair. So it's suggesting that he's lost his family. So people believe that he's really come back as Ronin. So different style and name, Ronin, but a character in the books.
Yeah.
And then we get a real cool scene of them wearing their space armor, which is that white armor. And do you think that's Iron Man armor, or do you think that's just suits?
I have no idea.
Because like War Machine had it on, and it was War Machine's armor with the same coloring. but everyone else had their own. Well, it was human-sized, but colouring. So I don't quite know what they are.
I don't know.
But we had Tony there. We had Ant-Man there. We didn't have Bruce Banner there. We didn't have Bruce Banner in this at all, which a lot of people are thinking. But there are toys out there with the Hulk in this armour. So there are a lot of people believing that Hulk and Bruce Banner are going to combine to become an intelligent Hulk, which would be quite interesting. So that sounds quite fun.
Does that just mean he's always Hulk?
Yeah, so it means he has the strength and power of the Hulk, but he's got the brain of Bruce Banner, which would be quite interesting. And where else have we seen? Yeah, we saw Nebula in that back. And at the very end, what did we see? Do you remember the ending clip? Oh, you can't remember the ending clip. So Thor's there, and he's got his hammer. So no, he doesn't have his hammer. He's standing there in front of Captain Marvel, and he puts his hand out to summon his new hammer, Stormbreaker, I think it's called, and it zooms past her hair. He has a wee flutter. She doesn't flinch, and then he takes a wee brief second to summarize things and goes, "I like this one." And it's an introduction to her to the Avengers movies, and she looks well dressed and blah blah blah. So it's obviously she's been there for a bit of time. So Thor's just being introduced to her, I guess. Anything else about the trailer you think is noteworthy?
No, not really.
No. Yeah, it's good. It's interesting. It's very much. It seems like the way they were talking in it that they're almost given up. And I think with the return of Tony and Nebula, they're like, okay, we can actually do something here, rather than it being because they were speaking like we will find them or we will try and get them back or we'll do this as our duty to do this, to try at least. Yeah. So I feel like that's it's definitely suggesting that the people on Earth were just helpless until Tony and Nebula came back, and then they could figure something out.
Yeah, they just didn't know what to do.
Even with Captain Marvel, what can they do? Nothing. Yeah. They don't know where or what, why, and how. But Nebula's got the information because she's the daughter of Thanos.
Oh, yeah.
So she'll have some sort of information. Apparently the world, what was it called? I think it was the farm? There was the name that Thanos, or there's the name of the place that Thanos went to that's in the comic books, and it's something really bland like the farm or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. But I don't know if it made me more excited or not. Like, it just gave me a little bit more information. Yeah. It didn't make me any more excited.
Maybe not more excited, but like, it made it more real that it's almost here.
Yeah, definitely. April 26th. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made it more real. It's almost here. A little bit like, oh god, it's going to be the end.
I know. But not really. I mean, there'll be other origin movies.
But this is 10 years worth of me watching movies and enjoying and hype and all this sort of stuff. So, but I'm sure it's going to be perfect.
It'll be great.
It'll be, looking forward to it.
It better be a good ending.
With that being said, is there any other movies during 2019 that you're looking forward to? Obviously none as much as this because that's impossible.
I really don't know what else is coming out in 2019.
All right, let's play a game. I'm going to throw a whole bunch of movies at you and you have to give me like a 3-word answer of your excitement or interest in that movie.
Okay.
How does that work?
Sounds good.
Okay, some of these you might not have heard of, so I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Some of these might already be out, I'm not even sure, because I don't recognize some of them, but How to Train Your Dragon 4 or 3?
No.
3 or 4? No interest? Have you ever seen them?
The first one, yeah.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Not interested in it, though.
The second, usually, it's like Shrek 1 was great. Shrek 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however many they're on now.
2 was pretty solid.
It was alright.
Introduced Puss in Boots. I like number 2, How to Train Your Dragon. I like and I'm sure number 3 will be good. The Upside. So that's the one with Kevin Hart, which I not particularly like, but he helps Bryan Cranston, who's like a multi-millionaire.
I haven't heard of it.
Okay, never mind. Lego Movie 2. I think it's come out already, but...
I heard it was fantastic from one of my students today, and then I needed to see it. So.
Okay, well, I don't know how much we can believe a
6-year-old.
6-year-old, but...
I think he's 5, actually.
I have heard it's good, though.
Yeah.
Just because it's written that way. Star Wars Episode 9.
None.
Shazam.
None.
I want to see that next week. Just so you know. April 5th that comes out. Aladdin. Yeah, I'm a bit as well.
Like, I like Aladdin a lot.
Aladdin's one of my favourite.
But this one just doesn't really seem... Like, the trailers haven't been great for it.
Did you see this recent one?
Yeah, I think so.
It was meh. Okay, cool. I asked for a 3-word thing and you go like, nah, which is fine, because that's what I did. Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yes.
Yes.
Very excited for that one.
July 5th. John Wick Chapter 3. Have you seen any of John Wicks? You got to see John Wicks. They're good. Honestly, you enjoy them. Would you? I don't know. Lion King.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. When is it?
That is July the 19th.
Cool.
Godzilla, the King of Monsters.
No.
Did you see the first Godzilla
No.
of this new series? You should. It's quite good. And this
Okay.
one looks good too. Toy Story 4.
No, not really. Toy Story 3 I didn't really like.
Yeah, me neither. And everyone's like, oh, it was the best Toy Story ever.
No.
I'm not really looking forward to this either. Frozen 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Got a long time to wait. November the 22nd. That's going to come out. It, Chapter 2. You don't watch it initially,
No.
did you? Drake and I are looking forward to that one. It's going to be good.
Have fun.
Yeah, it's good. You should watch it.
Nope.
It's a good.
I'm
good.
terrified of clowns.
I know, but it's good.
Clowns
man.
and birds.
It's good. Did you watch Stranger Things? Mm-hmm. It's like that. Honestly, it's like that. It's
No.
good. You like it. Hellboy.
No.
Any interest? I want to see that. It's not going to be as good as Ron Perlman, I don't think, but I want to see it. Detective Pikachu.
No.
Oh, it could be alright. I want to watch that. X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
See,
excited about that one
I'm
too.
not too excited about that one, but I'll watch it.
Okay.
Yes. Will I?
Yes.
I don't know if I even go see it at the cinema. Are you going to go see it at the cinema?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I better go see it for you because no one else
Thank
will. I think that's all the ones I can think of. Yeah.
Dumbo? No.
It's Dumbo this year? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be very... Well,
It looks too
saw the
sad. I
trailer
cried
for it.
during the trailer. No.
Did you?
Not the one that we saw the other day.
Okay, so
the other trailer.
really crying. But it's some movies I think are worth making, and then there's other movies like, why are you making this movie? Apparently, there's a new Maleficent movie coming out. I'm like,
Okay.
the last one was fine, but why make another
I
one?
don't know why the other one would come out.
You know, I just. Oh, how about Rocket Man, the new Elton John movie?
Mm-hmm.
That looks alright, eh?
It looked really good.
I'd maybe go see that. We saw a trailer for that at the weekend. How about yesterday, the Beatles one? The one.
Really?
So, did you remember seeing that trailer? Mm-mm. We saw it at the cinema.
Did we?
Yes, with a guy who gets like hit by a bus or something, and the whole world forgets that the Beatles ever existed. So he starts writing the Beatles songs. We watched it. It was part of the. Okay,
I
watch the
don't
trailer
remember that
again.
one.
Watch the trailer again. It's good.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be sounds really good. So basically, the whole world's forgotten the Beatles ever existed. So he's writing all these songs, and everyone thinks he's like the greatest
Okay.
singer-songwriter ever. Seems quite interesting. The Bonobo, that Snowman one. No. No. How about the new Shaft that's coming out?
What is that?
Have you ever heard of Shaft?
No.
Doesn't matter then. Apparently there's a new Charlie's Angels. Don't know anything about that.
No.
There's a new Fast and Furious. Any interest?
I've
You've
never
not seen
seen
any
any
of
of
them. I think that's so strange. Well, not strange, but crazy that someone hasn't seen them. How about Zombieland 2?
Yes. I love
So,
Zombieland.
I don't know what date that's coming out, but that's coming out.
I didn't know that was coming out. Is it still got Emma Stone in it?
I don't know if Emma Stone's. I think most of the main cast is back. But let me
Yes.
confirm this. Woody's back, Jesse Eisenberg, yep, and Emma Stone's back.
Perfect. Yes.
So-
I will go see it in theaters. I love Zombieland.
And then it's going to add on Rosario Dawson, Zoe Douche. I have no idea.
Zoe Deschanel?
No, unfortunately not her.
Oh, man.
But and it's got the same director, I believe, as the first one. I believe.
So it'll
I
be
might be
good.
wrong there, but so it should be good. I'm looking forward to that.
Good.
I'm surprised they've all come back because it was like 10 years ago plus
Yeah.
that came out. But yeah, that's going to be pretty solid, I think. Sonic the Hedgehog.
No.
Any interest? Nope, me neither. I think that's them all. Well, how about the Spies in Disguise? Did you ever see that trailer?
No.
It was of that spy who was dead suave and cool and he turned into a pigeon.
No.
Okay, Rambo?
No.
No. I think that's about it. I'm sure we'd know. Jumanji 3? Jumanji 3?
No.
What happened to Jumanji 2?
I don't know.
Oh, it was Welcome to the Jungle, Jumanji 2. The Rock one.
Probably.
Must have been, eh? I don't think there's any other good ones. How about the Joker?
Yeah.
Oh, Joaquin Phoenix one? Joaquin. Yeah, that should be alright. I'm not super excited about it, but I'm sure it'll be alright. Okay, that'll do.
Why is Jared Leto not being the Joker?
Well, he might be in so there's a suicide movie being proposed, like basically a complete reboot.
Okay.
So getting rid of all the current characters. So he might be involved in that, but I doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
He may be involved in the Batman that's being made,
Okay.
but I doubt it as well. I think he's just maybe calling it quits, but we'll see.
Okay.
He might be involved in the Birds of Prey movie that's might be coming out, which is the female villains / heroes of Gotham.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes.
Cool.
All right, any other shits and hits from this week?
No.
No, me neither. I'm still watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think it's great. Honestly, guys, if you've not watched it, watch it. It's funny. Just need to get into it. It's stupid, pointless humor, but it's interesting. I like it.
Good.
And no new music. I keep listening to Ben Berson's podcast. I just cycle through that constantly. Like I said in our text messages, it helps me keep motivated at work when I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got to get shit done. I'll put that on because he's very motivating.
He is. I like him a lot.
And I think some of our friends could maybe really learn from some of what he says. I think that's about it. Anything else?
No.
Cool. Well, that's a short one today, guys. I know not a huge, massive topic, but just something we care about.
Yes.
And enjoyed. That's everything. So I've been Liam.
I'm Kayla.
And this has been MumbleCast.
Bye.
Bye.